Hello, wonderful people. What's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Early morning. It's very, very cold outside. Not very, very cold. It's just I'm being over dramatic, but it's nice, like cold night out there. So you need a jacket. You need sort of like a hat, and then perhaps gloves. So I was thinking like what does go with that sort of theme is that cold weather fragrance, something to do with oud, rose, heavy fragrance, because this is the only time you can actually pull this kind of fragrance. Okay, so this particular perfume, I have a sample today, 2 ml sample that I bought from my dear brother Belal Bhai. I'll put his page link below, you can check it out. And he is having many designer fragrances which are also discontinued at some point, and you can collect samples from him to try. So this particular perfume, House of Lancome, and they have discontinued these bottles. They retail or used to retail for $180, and $180 is not cheap. And for 75 ml, these fragrances are not cheap, but they actually, I think, are worth that price tag because the quality ingredients they put, the longevity, and everything I will discuss. So I have this on the paper for some time, and it's actually projecting and creating this nice sort of vibe. So let me read out some notes from Fragrantica that I obtained. So the fragrance name, first of all, sorry, is really tricky one. At first I thought it's called Latour, because I don't know, I was wrong. But I just saw only one review. I think Beauty Meow, I think she did it. It's actually Oud EDP from House of Maison Lancome. So I'm pretty sure I'm not getting that right, but it's something along that side. Like the name is something that sounds like that, La Outre Oud EDP from House of Lancome. So this perfume was released in 2012. They have a modern formulation. I think newer bottles they released. This bottle is not available in the picture, and this is basically a woody rose oud kind of combination. So unisex perfume, 75 ml, as I told you, $180 for the retail. So the notes that feature, I'll tell you, and I'll tell you what I get from it. So top notes, you get saffron and green notes. So I just wrote green notes. At the heart, you get Bulgarian rose, Turkish rose, and agarwood. At the base, you get moss, oud, patchouli, raisin, vetiver, myrrh, and gayakwood. So those are very heavy, thick notes, and you can tell it's a dark little fragrance which has the note of rose oud combo, and that's exactly what you get from it. But here's the thing: I reviewed Lancome Oud Bouquet. That one was very similar to some of my other oud-based fragrances, very thick and unwearable. This one, I think many people find it similar. Like it's not really wearable because it's so strong. This perfume will not appeal to many people. It will appeal to certain group of people who understand the complexity of rose, beauty of rose. If you love the note of rose, this is a rose heaven. Even though there are other notes playing around with it, I think this fragrance will feature on the opening kind of like a spicy saffron, and then some clary sage or something with it that is green. But slowly you'll start seeing the freshness of rose. So the beautiful part of this fragrance is it has some freshness, and it sounds unbelievable, but it's true. What is the freshness? The freshness comes from the rose. The rose continues from beginning all the way till the fragrance dies. That is the beauty. First thing, it holds the rose, and the two kind of rose they used in this, you cannot tell like, oh, I'm guessing like Bulgarian rose, then I'm getting like Turkish rose. No, the rose that you get from it, it's at the heart, very nice, and it's fresh. Okay, it's not as pungent as two other fragrances I'm about to show you, which this is similar to, but this is much more wearable than those two. The fragrances would be Mancera's Black Prestigium, to my nose at least, as well as Black to Black. I just showed you this one in the list video. These fragrances are potent, way more potent than the Lancome. If you think Lancome is potent, this is nuclear. These two, the Black Prestigium as well as Black to Black, these two perfumes, you can go half a spray, it will last you more than a day. Okay, that's strong. This one, the Lancome one, it will last you pretty much on the clothes for a day plus, but on the skin, I got about 14 to 15 hours. So that's not bad also. Um, the fragrance, another thing is it has this sort of like a sweetness to it, but it's not overbearing. It's sweet, but not overbearing. But if you actually been using Dior Sauvage for a long time, you'll find this bit, like unbearable, okay, could be overpowering. So I would suggest, if you have this bottle, just go one or half spray, just here, under your neck or on your dress if you want to hold it better. This is gonna really project all day everywhere. So very potent. That is the one thing I keep saying, very potent stuff. So another thing, this fragrance features the oud. So the thing is, it's the woody notes and the wood oud. Okay, so oud is pretty much not Middle Eastern type. It's borderlining, but it's pretty much, they polished it. There's no rough edges with this. You smell it, is very smooth. It doesn't really like does the extra mile to torture you. So that is the brilliance of this perfume. The bottles are really lovely, almost like opening a door. Golden juice color is very, very opulent. So I think if you love rose-based fragrances, this is something you should definitely collect. You can still get this under $120, and I think in Bangladesh sometimes, but not really readily available. So the New York bottles, I don't know how they smell, but people say they are almost the same with less potency. So better try to get a vintage one. Really lovely. I really love wearing this perfume. It has this dynamic feel to it, It's a rose oud combo, but they made it interesting with the freshness of the rose. And the rest of the notes that you see, like the myrrh and the vetiver and that the mossy green, it's pretty much, to my nose, not much appearing, like they are not appearing that much to my nose. Basically, it's the oud rose with that bit of saffron and the green that plays around, okay? Very nice scent, really, really beautiful scent. I do think St. Dupont has it oud et rose. That one is also similar to this, but this is superior quality. So 75 ml, do not worry about it. It's a great value fragrance because you just need only one spray. The bottle's gonna last you for a very long time. So Bilal bhai, you have bought a very, very beautiful fragrance. If you can, get a backup bottle of it. And to those people, and I just show you the sample here. This is 2 ml. You might think, oh, 2 ml, what's that's good for, If you have winter like ours, 2 to 3 months, this is all you need for winters. You cannot finish the bottle unless you live in a country where it snows, like Canada, or you're living somewhere in Europe, it snows pretty much like all year round, or in Russia. So I think those countries, this fragrance is gonna be more appropriate and you can use it more regularly. But in Bangladesh, country like ours, winter comes, just enjoy it. Very, very beautiful, beautiful fragrance, okay? So overall, this perfume, I'm giving it a 10 for the beauty, longevity, price, bottle, everything, it's worth that price tag, but not perhaps $180, perhaps $150. It'd be good price for this, okay? Niche quality juice, definitely. Well done, Lancome. Thanks for watching, guys. I will be reviewing some of the fragrances I have sample of, and one full bottle. That would be the Nishane Sultan Vetiver. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye-bye.